What's up, y'all? I'm PC McCray. You can call me P.
Hey, y'all. My name is Shaun the Head. You can call me Shaun the Head. And this is the Everything Has Changed podcast.
From 2 college roommates to 40-something adults, life has been lifing, and we want to talk about it.
We are the new adults, y'all.
How did that happen?
I don't know, P, but we got to talk about it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Shaun, what up?
P, hey, girl.
How do you do?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good today. Today is our 30th episode. Round of applause.
Whoop, whoop.
And I did double check. It is actually the 30th episode.
All right. Okay.
We're correct this time. And so that means, everybody, that after this delightful episode that we have planned for you today, we will be going on summer break. Okay? Your girls are taking what I believe is a well-deserved summer break, a little hiatus. But do not worry, we will still be running back some episodes, some of our faves, and according to the data, some of your faves as well. So you will not be left stranded and empty-handed. And then we'll be back in the fall. Right, P?
We will. That's right. So stay tuned. Bigger and better.
Bigger and better. But we are thrilled to have knocked out 30 episodes this year of a thing. It wasn't even a thing a year ago. A year ago today, it wasn't even a thought, y'all. Okay? So we're very pumped to be wrapping up season 1 of the Everything Has Changed podcast. And what better way to wrap it up than with Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Okay? So we're going to break down the Cowboy Carter tour. We both went to the Atlanta tour stop Friday, July 11th, 7/11 to be exact.
Night 2.
Night 2 to be exact. We have thoughts. We have praise. We have some not so praise. We have all the things. We have shenanigans on my part. And we're going to get into it. But first, I do want to say this because I know P is not necessarily a rap girly. So I just want to start, before we go dive deep into Beyonce, I want to check. P, have you heard the Clipse and their new album that they just put out last week called Let God Sort 'Em Out?
I have not, but I've heard that it's out. I just haven't listened to it yet.
Yes. So this is just my my pitch to say, please listen. It's kind of short, actually. It's 13 songs, but if you can get through it, when you're having a day that you're not super weepy, mm-hmm, I would just love for you to listen to track number 1. Okay. But you gotta not be weepy.
Oh, see,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but it's worth a listen because so for anyone who doesn't know, I think it used to be the Clipse. Now it's just Clipse. The Clipse came out when we were in college, like freshman year, because I remember grinding. You know what I keep in the line. Stop in line and you see a nigga like me shining, grinding. Okay, and so anyway, they're 2 brothers. One of the brothers, whose name used to be No Malice, which is now Malice, got saved over the course of their career. Well, I'm not going to say he got saved because he could have been saved beforehand, but he decided to leave the group and stop rapping. And I think there was one album that was God-centered, and then that was it, like 10 years ago. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But he's back now. And he's back making music with his brother as Clipse, because Pusha T was out here by his lonesome for a while. And so they also were always doing beats. Well, Pharrell was doing their beats. So that's another thing. This album is it's real rap. It's good rap. Okay? It's the rap that we are used to, and it goes back to what I'm always saying, what I'm always harping about, P, which is what are the kids going to do? Because Pusha T is 48 years old. Malice is 52. They just released what people are calling a classic album. If the source was out, they'd probably get 5 mics. It's definitely going to be nominated for a Grammy. It probably going to win the Grammy. I don't know. I don't know who else is coming. But this album is exceptional. And they're basically 50s. So, and I think it's interesting because at one point we did talk about how Ice Cube had some music come out. LL Cool J had some music come out. Will Smith had some music come out. All this happened in 2026. And it's like, we love that they're still in the craft. Their voices still sound the same. So like you always talk about, that artist development is real and you can tell. But I think it's interesting now that we got some rappers in their 50s who releasing what people have been calling the best rap album of the year, because of course GNX came out last year, so we're not counting Kendrick Lamar. But I just think it's interesting because the older artists who released stuff this year, we're happy for them. It's nostalgia. It's like, yes, get out there, do your art, do your craft. And then you got these guys who are in that same kind of age range releasing something that is actually competing in the space. And I just feel like that's interesting. And I want to say again, what are the kids going to do? Like in 20 years? Like, is Travis Scott going to be releasing music in 20 years? And even then, right now, Travis Scott, they don't even, they say he ain't even rap for real. So anyway, that's not what this is about. Track number 1, P, is about...
I'm reading the lyrics.
No, I didn't want you to read the... P, you have to hear it, P. Stop this now, P. You can't... No,
too
ma'am.
late. I read the lyrics.
No,
I'm going to still go back.
Unacceptable. You have to
go
hear
back and listen,
the entire body of work. But I was only going to ask you to listen to track 1, which is about, apparently, now they grew up in a 2-parent household, and both of their... That's not the apparently part. The apparently part is their parents died within 4 months of each other. Their mother died first, and then their father died 4 months later. Father was a deacon. And he gave his blessing to Malice to go back to rap, even though he was a deacon. And knowing that Malice is now saved, but that song, it's so potent. And I also think it's special because it's rap guys talking about their parents. The entire song is just about their parents and the way they were raised and how it affected them, even at this big age of them dying. And I just think it falls right in line with what we're always talking about. But I also think I always kind of key in on stuff that's out of the ordinary. And I think there's probably a lot of people in the rap audience who probably need to hear something like this to make them feel like it's okay to acknowledge their pain of possibly losing their parents. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is good for that audience to hear. John Legend is singing the hook. Stevie Wonder comes on at the end, P. They got Stevie Wonder on here. Wow. It's really, really... I was about to say it's really, really good, but I don't mean it like, yeah, you should bump this track in your car. Like the rest of the CD is that. But this is just, I think, something that people should listen to. And I do want to say their Tiny Desk was amazing. They had a Tiny Desk last week too. And if you just watch the Tiny Desk, they performed this song on there too. So for people who may not want to go download the CD or whatever, just watch their Tiny Desk. It is amazing. Their voices are so amazing. Their skin is amazing, P. They are glowing, okay? Malice looks like he been saved by God, okay? That man is 52 years old. Every picture they took on this press tour, he is eating them people up in that picture. In every picture. I said, hello, Malice. Okay, he's happily married. Let's say they're both happily married. I just think they're such a great, and they still out here rapping about their past, slinging dough. But somebody was like, tell Andre 3000 to get back in the booth now, because you got 50-year-old rappers is still out here rapping. Because remember, Andre said we too old to be rapping. They prove no, you're not. You rap about your life right now. People still want to hear it. So I just wanted to say that. Track number 1 is called The Birds Don't Sing. And it is, again, so trigger warning for if you do listen to it. They talk about their parents dying within 4 months of each other and how it affected them. And it's just honoring their parents. And it's the first song. So people are like, you started the CD with that? But in every interview, they're like, we had to get it out the way. Right? Yep. And you got to know, like, this is the era of our life that we're coming from. Exactly, P. And I think it's going to help some people. And the last thing I'll say is, not because Malice is saved, but now that keeps coming up in the interviews. And every time they bring it up, he start preaching. He got a sermon. And I love it. Because I'm like, it's people out there who need to hear these words from a person like him, rather than, they may not go seek out a pastor or something. And so I was watching, they did Joe Budden, they did Breakfast Club, they did Elliott Wilson, like they did Ebro, they did everybody. And he's just like, this is actually my ministry, to reach people through the music and still be the same guy. And then to get on here and y'all asked me what made the decision, or it was God. It was all God. And he don't shy away from it either. So I love that. And I think people need to hear it. So
I'm excited. I'm going to listen to it.
I don't like that you went and looked up the lyrics. How dare you?
Yeah. Dare you? No. The way you explained it, I was like, what am I walking into?
I should have.
You shouldn't have said nothing. You should have said, just go ahead and listen to the album, which I was going to do anyway. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. I'm cracking up that each time you talk about it, you say, download the CD.
No, but you know what I mean. Get on Apple Music and hit the little plus button.
I know.
You know what I'm saying.
I know.
Get off my back.
I know. We all know, but that's how old we are, that we say CDs. Like
stream it.
Kids are like, what is that?
Hit the plus button. All right.
CD.
Hit the plus. Look, kids don't listen to us, P. We have a certain demographic.
I don't know.
We don't know. A certain demographic, okay?
We don't know. Somebody could be listening. Their kid might be in the background. Mom, what's a CD? Yeah.
Ask your mama. All right, your mama know what it is.
I just think that's funny. That's hilarious. It's good times.
It is time.
It is time.
Yeah. General impressions of the Cowboy Carter tour. What say you, P?
Excitement. It was awesome. She's just, man. And for those who think she's overhyped and all these things, until you see her perform and the energy that she brings and gives, and the microphone is on. On. For 3 hours. Hitting notes.
It's crazy.
And Atlanta is a special place. That's why it's my concert venue of choice. That the energy that's in the building, she feels it. The people feel it. We're all in a good mood. I mean, you meeting friends, whoever you're sitting next to, we all vibing. We're having a good time. She's just, I'm always exhausted after, and I'm not performing.
Exactly.
How does it was great. It was fantastic. And I'll say this, when the album first dropped, I was curious on how she would make this into a concert. How would these songs perform? And of course, I don't know Beyonce's mind and her musical directors. Clearly, she was gonna figure it
Right.
out. And she did it, and she did it so well. It all flowed. It even gave us moments to, like, really sit and take in each song. 'Cause, of course, you got the upbeat stuff, and we having a good time. We bop, bop, bop. But when she's hitting those more poignant songs and when her whole voice is there in these lyrics, you're really feeling it. You could just sit in it and just watch her just sing it. That's like, girl, you're just
Your face.
I I know one thing we discussed how I would behave or how I would react to seeing Protector live.
Girl, because when it came on, I told my friend, I said, "Pete somewhere in this stadium crying right now." I turned to her and said, "Pete somewhere
You
crying."
know, I was okay. I was
Okay.
okay because at our show, Rumi came around and she had her little dress up like a cape. And she came around the corner. I was like, "Yes, ma'am. You better come on." It wasn't until she went to go and, like, give her mom a kiss on the cheek.
Aw.
I was like, "Okay, she's being affectionate today." And the first one, you could see it kinda caught B by surprise. She's like, "Oh, you okay. Let me hey, sweetheart." But then she kept doing it. So that's her baby. So that's when, the teariness began. I think I did much better than I thought I did. I did better than I
Okay.
did when I first heard the album. So I'm
Okay. Okay,
very
good.
proud,
Good, yeah.
very proud. It just was beautiful to see her with her girls in person. Rumi is just adorable.
Mm.
Blue is just deja
Listen,
blue. I'm
Blue
so
is
proud
next.
of
I
her.
can't
She's
let me s
next.
she's so professional. It's not
Yes.
normal, Pete, and that goes
No.
back to when people were originally upset that first show where she brought her out 2 years ago in Renaissance, and
Yeah.
people was talking about nepotism and all this stuff.
Mm-mm.
It's like, but if let's say she's decided that she's gonna be an artist, right? Or even if she's like, "I'm gonna be a tour dancer," whatever she wants to be, there's no greater learning experience than this because you ain't gonna be that down at the studio on the corner. You know what I mean? And no
No.
shade, but I know about those things. Okay. You you
Yeah.
you when a child is going to be more advanced, when their goal shifts from hobby or school, um drill team, whatever, to, oh, I want to do this professionally, then they immediately take that child and put them with the like adults that are training. You have to put them like in the class with older people and or with people that are actually doing the professional thing so that they have to strive to get to their level. If they're in a class with their peers doing 30 minutes of ballet and 30 minutes of tap, that
Mm-mm.
they're not going to get there. So at the point in time when your child decides they want to do something professionally, everything shifts. So if you're thinking about it in that frame of mind, putting her on the biggest stage next to the biggest artists in the world with all them dancers like that's an intentional decision. That's an intentional decision for a 12, 13-year-old child, right? She has professional goals. And again, I'm not saying, I mean, cause when we was walking out, I said, "Hey, I do wonder if Blue can sing. Because if Blue can sing, that's what they doing." But regardless, if maybe, like I said, maybe she wants to be a professional dancer. Maybe that's it. Whatever it is, she's in the exact right spot for ideal. Like any child that wants to be that was where they would want to be. So if your mom has that capacity, why wouldn't
Learn from the one.
you can only learn it by doing it. That kind of you can only learn it by doing it, and then you have to be up under people that are way past you. That's how those kids like do that
Mhm.
quantum leap into that professional grade. So she
And
got
we've seen her progress from that first show
yes,
where clearly she was nervous
yeah.
until now. They just performed the 4th show last night. My girl took out her inner ears to really hear the crowd and feel it, and she got emotional. She been working her butt off.
Yeah.
It's just...
And I can tell by her faces. I can tell by her when she's dancing. That's how you can really tell, because you have to get in the pocket, but then you have to perform for the audience with your face. And that's usually, that's its whole thing by itself. So I can tell by her faces that she makes. Like we said that one time when she flipped her and her hair covered her face and she didn't move her hair. I said, that's a professional. Yep. That's a professional right there.
There she go.
There she go. I have the good and the bad for me. I'm not gonna say good, bad, ugly, because I don't really think there was no ugly. But I had a time getting into this concert. First of all,
Shonda.
My friend was staying at a hotel down by the... First of all, our whole friend group went to the tour, but we were all on different days.
Yes, same.
So me and my one friend was there on Friday, and she was staying at a hotel down there. But she was gonna get there when doors open to get some merch and all that other stuff. I couldn't get there till a certain time because I had to pick my daughter up from school. So I rode the train down there, which is just the fastest way. I got off the train, and then they built this bridge to go from the train station to the bins. It used to be you got out the train station and you walk across the street, but I guess they got tired of us clogging up traffic because it got really bad down there. They built a bridge that crossed over the street to go from the train station to the bins. On that walk, now it's not, to be clear, let's be clear. Let me set the stage. This bridge is not a straight across bridge. It crosses the street and then it goes like a zigzag down ramp kind of thing. I'm by myself. I'm meeting my friend at the gate. I'm walking down the ramp and my shoe breaks. Hey friends, we're so thankful for your support. If you want to be updated whenever we drop a new episode or when we drop some of the special things we've got coming, head on over to everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and drop us your email so you can stay locked in. Cool? Cool. Now my shoe, Shaun, what kind of shoes you have? Cowboy boots, right? How would cowboy boots break? No. I did not grab the cowboy boots because I was like, I'm likely never wearing these again. And also, I was like, I don't want my feet to hurt, but then for my feet to not hurt, then I need to get some good ones. And then I need to get the inserts or whatever the case. And I was like, I'm just not doing all that for one night. So I had on these really cute sandals that I love. But they're no heels. They're flats. I meant to send you the picture, P, but you know how...
All I got was a text like, P, my shoe broke. What do you mean?
Because I was going to try to meet up. I was going to try to meet up with P before the show started, just so I could see her face, right? But I had to tell her, never mind, you ain't going to see me because my shoe broke.
No, you ain't going to make it.
It broke. And when you have flat sandals, they are connected to the bottom or inside the sole or whatever, but it's usually one long piece of leather or whatever. So if the leather comes off the shoe, that's the whole shoe. That is what happened to me, folks. When I tell you I was on the ramp down, I had not even made it to the bins yet. I'm looking at the gate, but I'm still on the down ramp and I'm freaking out. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that it was raining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold my shoe on my foot. You know how I was trying to hold it.
You trying to scrunch up your toe so they can grip the foot. While you still walking, trying to get there? Bless your heart.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
and then,
man.
I'm walking
Oh, Shaun.
downhill. It's like down a ramp. So it's not even flat. And people just walking around me. And I said, I know they talking about me because this lady, like, why is she limping? And I was limping because I was trying to hold it with my big toe. Then I stepped to the side. I keep stepping to the side to let people pass me and to look down at my shoe and try to figure out if there's something I could do. There was nothing I could do. Now, on the walk, right, like 5 seconds before my shoe broke, I had bought a Cowboy Carter sash from one of the guys outside selling sashes. And I just had on like a denim romper. And I was like, let me get this Cowboy Carter sash, add me some red, white, and blue. And so he was like, hey, there is a, what do you call them, a safety pin in the bag with the sash. Don't lose it when you open it. Well, the first thing I did was lose the safety pin, first of all, because I could have used that safety pin probably to try to attempt to save my shoe, but I absolutely lost it, which meant I couldn't even safety pin my sash together. Oh, Lord. So I'm on the ramp. And then this lady come up to me like, hey, can you take our picture? Like, bitch.
Ma'am, don't you see me struggling? I can't take no picture.
I took the lady's picture, P, because in my former life, I was a photographer. So give me the phone. I'll take the goddamn picture. I took the picture. She's like, I just knew by looking at you, you was going to be good at this picture, ma'am. And then I held up my shoe like, ma'am, I got one shoe on. So
let me get inside, please. Please.
And so finally,
you didn't fall. You didn't fall.
I didn't fall because I had on flats anyway. I didn't fall.
Okay.
But in order for me to continue moving forward, I either had to take the shoe off or I had to hold it between my big toe and my second toe and get down, still down, heading downwind. And it's literally a zigzag, you guys. So it's like every time you go down, you have to turn the corner and go down again. And imagine trying to hold on to something with your big toe and your little toe with all these curves and going down.
With all these people behind you.
With all these people. And the show hasn't even started yet, P.
My God.
If it was not Beyonce, I would have turned around and got back on that train and went back to my house.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Going home. Like immediately, I was like, well, I have to go home. Because it's like an hour at least before show starts. So I called my friend who I was meeting up there, and she was running late, so she was going to end up meeting me at the gate. So I took the shoe off. It was my left foot. I said, I'm going to hold it in my left hand. So if people look down and wonder why this lady got one shoe on, one shoe off, they can see because she holding a broke shoe in her hand. Y'all, don't mind me. So I'm now walking with a wet left foot, mind you, because again, it was raining. Right foot stayed okay. Get to the gate, get inside. My friend is trying to tell me, well, do you have a scrunchie? Or maybe you can use the sack. Like she's trying to figure it out, but there was no figuring it out. The good thing I will say is we was in the Harris Club. So I was like, yeah, I'm glad we're on club level because I don't feel so bad. I probably look worse up here walking around with one shoe on, but at least the floor is clean. It's club level, okay? Then you get inside, there's carpet, okay? So we get inside. And I'm asking maintenance like, hey, y'all think somebody got some super glue or something? I used to work at the Braves Stadium. Take me to HR. Somebody got something back here behind the scenes. And the security lady was like, go to first aid, see if they can tape you up. Like, she was like, I don't know what kind of tape they got, but just see. I get to first aid, which was literally right around the corner from the Harris Club. So it was great. There was like 2 ambulance ladies in there and a police officer. And I was like, you guys, this is a very serious emergency. Please help me. Help me. They ended up they had like that tape that you put on the gauze. I handed them my shoe. They conferred for a couple seconds. They pull out this. When I tell you they taped my shoe up so good, P, My shoe still taped together. Okay, I made it through the show. I didn't Pete. It was God. Okay, because with my shoe, the leather part goes. It literally went inside the sole, and so what happened is the sole had just split open like this. And I said, damn, I don't even be knowing my shoes be that old. You know what I mean? Because when they still look good, you don't think about, so like the glue or whatever is on the inside is old. And then one day it's going to be too old to stay. And this was that day, girl. And so they opened it back, that sole back up. They taped it on the inside, and then they closed the sole, and they took some longer strips of tape and wrapped it. My shoe is still wrapped to this day. Y'all,
all right,
go to the first aid. They are used to handling blood and guts. They can handle a wardrobe malfunction, okay? They took it very seriously. And then when I finished, they was like, girl, because this is the second shoe mishap we've had already, and the show doesn't start for like an hour and a half. I said, what?
So they know.
And they literally looked at each other and they was like, okay, write down, we need to add some Gorilla Glue. Because they said add some Gorilla Glue to the kit for the next show. I said, y'all is serious. I'm so glad the security sent me the first aid. I would have never thought. And girl, and so I was taped up and good to go. And I said, thank you. Then I text P like, all right, P, I'm good, but I'm scared to walk to wherever you at. So I'll see you later, sister. Because I was like, I'm not going to chance it now that I got my shoe back on my foot.
Yeah. And by then it was what, like 7:30, and we thought she was coming back at 8:15 like she did before, but she didn't come close till 9.
She didn't come on till So but that I really had got in a bad mood over that. But the good thing is,
I was cracking up.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, don't laugh at me. This is very bad. Like I literally almost went home.
I know. I was like, nope, stick to it. Just have a good time.
Pay all that money to next time buy the cowboy boots. And then so the lady who was in first aid, she was like, hey, because you could have got, I said, next time I should just got me some cowboy boots like everybody else. And she's like, girl, because they were $17 at the Walmart. I said, what? And she's like, yeah, but you couldn't get your feet in them because it wasn't real leather.
Yeah.
It wouldn't stretch. She's like, but you could have got some for 17. I said, nah, no. But yeah, so that did put me in a different kind of mood getting it. So then I was just like, I need an alcoholic beverage or two so I can get back right. So
reset.
Those
get back to where you need to be.
Those were my shenanigans. But I will say, I was there was a lot of flying stuff, right? You got the horseshoe. Atlanta got the horse instead of the car.
Look at that horse.
And I was surprised that I said, damn, that thing is moving really fast. Because she had to time it for the song, right? And I was like, that's crazy. Yes. But people don't be doing this. Like, not only did she get in the air once, she got in the air several times. Because she got on that horseshoe more than once. And then of course so again, I'm like, people don't be doing this. And then she went around the stadium. She didn't just go up in the air and down or across, which was what I was expecting, to be honest. Like when she got on that horse, she literally went around the perimeter so that everybody around the perimeter, like she right here in your face.
She was above us. Literally, she looked down. I made eye contact with her.
You made eye contact with Beyonce?
She saw me.
And you're just now saying, like, how are you even sitting there? We've already talked about how you would react.
Well, I'm letting you get your story out.
No, I know. Pause my story. Okay, well, actually, my story's over. I was just going to give a review.
Tragic.
I need to know about the eye contact, Phyllis. I mean, how are you still just sitting here?
Okay. And let me tell you how I almost missed the eye contact.
Because of your seat.
So I purchased.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Me and my cousin, it's like the Hunger Games trying to get these tickets, these pre-sale tickets, which, the next one, I'm going to do another strategy. Anyway, So we had 2 different sets of tickets. I bought a Vibey VIP package tickets, which included club seating, hotel, a pre-party. We got like a little gift bag with a hat, lanyard, camera, fan, um, a scarf, or what is it? The bandana, and like drinks at the hotels and all kinds of stuff, whatever.
Nice.
So when we get there, they give you these emails. First of all, when you buy the tickets went on sale, what, in March? You
I
pay,
can't remember.
but you don't get the tickets or any info until like 2 weeks before your date. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is this a scam? So I'm watching
Oh.
TikTok, making sure that this is real deal. And
Uh-huh.
everybody's kind of freaking out because they're like, I don't know where I'm sitting. I don't have no confirmation. I have nothing except this confirmation that I bought
Wait, you
this
didn't even know
experience.
like your section number and
Nothing,
stuff? Oh, I didn't
nothing,
realize that.
nothing, nothing
Oh.
until 2 weeks before. You
Okay.
choose the hotel. They had 3 options of hotels that you could choose. We chose the Omni because boom, you're right there, you
Yes.
walk.
Yes.
But as far as like where you're seating, did not know until the week before.
Mm.
All right. So we're fine. Okay. We get to the hotel. They tell you, hey, check in to the area where the tent is or the table to get all your things. Some of the stuff was missing.
What?
So in the baggie, you get a hat, a camera, the lanyard, and a few other pieces. Some of those
Okay.
things, some of those items, I think the cameras and something else wasn't all there. So they hadn't had all the packages together. So I'm like, okay. Now that's Thursday. We got in Thursday. That was the first show. And this was like 4 o'clock. They still hadn't had everything. So if I'm going to the show on Thursday, I'm going to feel away because y'all ain't got my whole package. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. We got it Friday morning. Boom. Friday about 4 o'clock, we get an email, urgent email. Update. We have quote unquote upgraded your tickets due to possible obstruction, view obstruction.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So once we got our tickets, we are in club level. Now, anybody who's been to Mercedes-Benz, the club level seating, the seats are different. You go downstairs, you buy the AMG lounge, it's food, it's drinks, it's everything, your own bathroom. You're just,
Mm-hmm.
it's VIP.
Mm-hmm.
The tickets they gave us, and as you mentioned, they told us to meet at the gate, see the tent, get these tickets, the new upgraded tickets. It's about to rain. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
line of people that got these emails. So he's trying to pass out stuff. They pass out actual physical tickets, and it's in like 124. But they told us to scan the tickets that we originally had. Okay, whatever. So when we got
Mm-hmm.
into to get in the building, we had to scan what was on my phone. We get to the seats that they gave us that was supposedly an upgrade. It's not in club. It's in the back of the stadium, which actually the view was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. But something in me was like, let me go over there and just see. Let me walk over to the area where our original seats were. Let me just see what they were talking about is blocking our area.
Mm-hmm.
Go over, check in because it's club. You literally they ding, green light to make sure that
Mm-hmm.
you can be in here. You get a stamp. Boom. I get down. We're row 6 in club level. Now, you know how
Mm.
those extra set of speakers were kind of like
Uh,
halfway.
uh-huh.
So if we were further to the left, sure, that would have been a obstruction. Where we were seated, we were so far to the right, child, that no. So immediately I called the folks that was with me, hey, y'all come over here. Come. So we come from the back, bring everybody around. Get them checked in. Ding, ding, get your stamp. Hey, guys, at least if you're going to quote unquote upgrade us, keep us in the club setting. You took us out of the
Right.
club setting completely.
Ridiculous.
What? Like, what was I? Okay, so I have to write a strongly worded email.
Mm.
Because if I did not go over there, I would have missed the eye contact with her flying over us, Shaun.
Yeah, because she put the horse at the exact level of the club level.
Yeah.
Like, exact.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't care who concert you've been to. The artist has never been, right? Like, at club level, you kind of you're paying for more comforts, right? Then, you got your pros and your cons. So nobody has ever seen the artist right here. If you at club level, you would have missed that entire.
Pissed. Because she did not go that far back. If you remember the circle for the horse. Think of the back of the stadium where the horseshoe. So behind the horseshoe stage. That's where they had us.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we were directly behind the horseshoe stage.
Okay, that's what they considered.
This is not.
Because the actual stage was lower anyway. No. So the only thing that would have.
Exactly.
No.
They were counting those speakers as an obstructed view. And it wasn't. It could have been for, like I said, somebody kind of was a little bit in the way. But for us, no. We went down there and we had a blast. We went down to the AMG Lounge. We went downstairs. We got food, restrooms, did what we had to do. Speaking of boots, we did have boots. And we got real boots. My cousin, Robin, is married to an Alabama boy. Okay. And he knows about boots. Okay. And he got us these Tacovas. These
Yes. Yes. My friends got some of those.
They're dope. Okay. However, you're supposed to break them in.
Yes, that's what I heard.
And that means like several wears. When I tell you my feet were burning.
Because
I'm juking. I tried them on, of course, once they got to the house. And then I wore them in the airport. So I was trying to get them broken in. But I think
that was a good try. Yeah.
Walking from the hotel to the stadium, walking around the stadium, juking for 3 hours and trying to walk back to the hotel. I could not feel my toes. I could not feel my feet. They were burning. It was like a numbness, but burning.
Yes.
Oh, I look good, I must say. But damn.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Because I seen the pictures. Yes. Let me ask you this, because I have no idea. When you're getting cowboy boots, it's like, because you know how like when you buy Converse, the sizing is different? Is the sizing different in cowboy boots? How? Like, do you have to buy them larger?
And it depends on your foot. It depends on your foot and the cut of the boot. They have different kinds, of course.
Oh,
so
okay.
I have long, narrow feet. And which requires me to I got an 11. So that size was fine, but it'll eventually mold to my foot, but damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, but we were juking. I mean, in the moment, it was hurting. And then I would be able to sit down, like I said, during the times when she would change or something. But man, my feet. Oh, my feet were hurting. Oh my God. I was like, how do the Cowboys do this?
Right.
And work. They just got to break them in. They really have to break them in and they do their work. Here we are trying to wear them to be cute.
Cute.
Please. Them
things. For once. Or to do some boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground, had our fan.
Yes. Yeah. Because that fan takes some practicing too. I see. Because it was a lot of videos of people trying to get their fan work together. I found that out when I went to the line dance class. I said, I got to practice. Because apparently you think it's go like this. It don't go like that.
Clap.
Especially if you want it to go and, hit on beat. I really love that she put stages at the back of the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
That's something else I ain't never seen people do. Like you always see that there's a stage and then there's like the arm that goes out into the middle, and that's their version of trying to be out with the people. So this is the first time that I've been to a show where the artists put stages at the back, at the furthest back. Like, she keeps doing things that nobody has done, and you can tell she's doing it in the name of the experience for the fan, right? Because, like we said, there's no way that you will ever be that close to the artist in club level. And you ain't never been to where the stage was at the back. Because, like, if you sit more towards the middle and towards the back, the view is amazing. The artist gonna might look like a little slick.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
that's why, and that's another thing I noticed way back when it might have been the first On the Run. She was the first artist I saw with the screen that tall. And that, because it used to be, it would be behind them. She started doing literally like floor to ceiling type for the experience for the fan. So now she's flying. She's flying all around the perimeter. She put stages at the back. I don't think, do people understand how out of the ordinary that is? Stages at the back.
And perform.
It got on the horseshoe, flew the horseshoe to the stage at the back, got off, did a set on the stage at the back. You ain't never seen that. And the dancers met her back there too. You ain't never, and then got back on the horseshoe to fly back to the main stage. You've never seen that, you guys. And that takes me to, I've seen several videos, and I think I will, if I can find them, I'll try to put them in the show notes. There's this thing going around too now, like people who have either aren't huge fans of Beyonce, so they wouldn't stand in line or a digital line to try to get a ticket. They wouldn't normally spend X amount of money to get a ticket, and whatever the case, all the above, right? Those people somehow found their way into the show, probably with friends. Across the board, every single one say, this is the best concert I've ever been to in my life, and I'm not even a Beyonce fan. I kept seeing people saying that.
Yeah.
And this is what, if you listen to this and you're not a Beyonce fan, or maybe you listen to it to get the experience because you're never gonna, that's like, okay, I don't care about her that much to go through all that, possibly break my shoe, get sent to the wrong. Like, I would never go through all that for Beyonce. But so just hear this. It's so many people who went to this one in particular, and there's literally the best concert. And it's because the entire thing is set up for the fans' experience. So even if you're not that much of a fan of her, it's no way you could go to this particular show and not be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, this is, even if you don't like the music, it's like you're looking at the setup, the stages, the decor. She had like that, so she had so many signs on the floor that they would raise up. When she had the saloon sign, she had like things that nobody else is doing. And it's just like, if you can, okay, you may not like the music, maybe you don't like the performing. You walk in there, it's like a freaking Candyland for an adult. It's like an adult amusement park when you walk in there. It is an experience you've never had before. And then on top of that, it just makes me think like people may not have been the most, because the larger an artist gets, the more you kind of have to go through to see them. Let's be honest. They're not going to be over at the Tabernacle Club. They're not going to be, you got to wait. You got to beat the people to get your tickets and all this. But at the end of your life, or at the end of their life, let's say that, people could say, well, I did see Prince that one time. I did see Michael Jackson. I did see Whitney Houston. I did see Aretha. It's certain people that if you in your lifetime could have one experience to say that you saw them in your last, Beyonce is that kind of artist. Like it almost don't even matter what you think about her music. That is an experience that you will never have again. And you could say you had it.
Yeah.
And you will never forget it because of the way she sets up her stuff, literally so that her fans can have the best experience possible. And you can tell that she studies those other one-named
Oh,
icons, okay?
absolutely. She adores them.
She's
She pays
yes.
homage
Tina
to
Turner, I meant to say her
homage.
name. Exactly.
Absolutely. All of the above.
Oh, so good. Now, P,
Mhm.
I do gotta say, I ain't never seen a teleprompter at a Beyonce show. Have you?
Yeah.
I've never
It was
noticed it, I'll
Renaissance. The
say.
first time I noticed it
Okay.
was on The Run.
Really? Way
I've
back
seen it. Yeah. That's not a
then? Okay, because I was finna
yeah.
ask
That's not
what's
new.
Beyonce going through that she need a teleprompter? I know that the
No,
older
I
artists
mean, they
do
got
it.
a
I
lot of
just didn't know.
songs.
Yes. But also I didn't know that she had done it before. This is my first time ever noticing it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the screen was larger that she used this time or something. I never
You
noticed it
didn't
before.
notice at Renaissance?
Never. No, I didn't.
Did you go to On the
And
Run?
yes.
All of them?
Well, there were 2 on the runs.
Yeah.
I
Or
missed
all
one
of
of
them.
them, which I my friend had the tickets, fell out with my friend, so my friend took my ticket.
Okay.
So, I missed it. I tried to go, okay? I didn't make it to that
Yeah.
one. But I've been
Well,
to every other Beyonce show. Yeah, I never noticed a teleprompter. And so now I'm trying
yes.
to figure, okay, where was I sitting that I never noticed it until this weekend. Okay, so I'm glad you said it's been there
Yeah.
before because I was gonna say, what's
Yeah.
going
Which
on?
is
Do we
why
need to get
I
our girl some glasses?
n
Not glasses, but
yes, and we're
I
getting
just
older, but,
we are.
um, yeah, no, that's why I was so shocked that people are shocked. I'm like, "Y'all didn't see that last time?
I never seen
Y'all
it.
didn't see it? It was
Mm-mm,
right there."
mm-mm, never
She
seen it.
forgot the words to "Heat It." They forget their
Heated is
lyrics.
kind of
Jay
hard
has
though.
forgotten lyrics. It's hard. 10, 10,
Yeah.
10 across the board. Eat it, eat it, eat
Well,
it, eat
he's
it,
a
eat it.
rapper too,
So,
though. Rappers got
it's a
more.
lot.
They fit more words in an 8 count in a bar in a 16. But then
Yes.
now she be rapping too now. So
Right.
makes sense. But
So
I
she
tell you, I never noticed a teleprompter before. And I'm like, hold on, what's going on? What is going on?
Yeah,
Thank you for letting me
no.
know that it's been there for a
She's
minute.
good. She's
Cause
alright.
and
Yeah.
but I don't know why people say she don't be dancing. I don't know why people get on. I honestly think these people are yes, of course they're hating, but I think that they just saying some shit because if you sit through that entire concert, I'm like, when is she not dancing? When is it a danceable song and she's not dancing? I'm like, I don't see that. And used to be a dancer. So I'm looking. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
choreography. I'm not understanding how they're like, oh, you could tell she getting old because she ain't dancing. Like I'm not really going with that because everything that she does she has more. Nope, actually, nope, I'm not. Because she always is doing all of her choreography is a group effort
Mhm.
and always has been. So
Mhm.
I'm like, why are we saying she's not dancing? I'm
I'll
confused.
say she danced more this concert than Renaissance. Renaissance, she was giving she'll give it to you, but then she's gonna walk off while the dancers are doing the rest of the dance. And I think we later found out she was doing it on that bad knee.
Yep.
That was like right after the surgery. She was literally rehabbing during the tour of Renaissance. So I noticed this time her breakdowns were like she was getting it. She was getting it. And the walks,
Yeah.
there were moments that I felt not disjointed. I don't know how it could have gone better, but she would end up in the front of the stage and have to walk all the way back. And yes, we're supposed to be looking at the screen or the dancers or something, but I'm like, dang, she still gotta walk this
Yeah.
long walk. I'm just looking at her like, bless her heart, she gotta walk all the way back. And she still has a little bit of a limp when she's walking.
Really? I never
It's
noticed.
slight. It's
So let me
that
ask you this.
knee.
So when you say the Renaissance she danced less at the show that you went to or from the videos of the Renaissance. Because remember when she started Renaissance, it was a world tour, and she started in Europe first, and she really was dancing. But by the time she made it to the US, and then by the time she made it to Atlanta, I was like, I see nothing wrong here. So
yeah,
it's like it took her the length of the world tour to get back. Like by the time she made it to Atlanta, I'm like, well, this is Beyonce.
yeah.
I'm looking at regular Beyonce.
She was fine to me, but I did notice watching the videos. But this one full out, especially that bucking breakdown. She is whoa. She's getting it. Like she enjoys some of those. You could tell the ones that she really gets into. It's just a great experience overall.
Great experience. I watched a TikTok, I want to say this morning, of a black man. And I want to say he must be divorced from his child's mom, because he said at the end of the video that he had to take his daughter back to Carolina, but that he took her to the Beyonce concert this weekend in Atlanta. And it was the next morning, and he was sitting in his car recording his after show thoughts, and he started crying.
The older guy, I saw him.
I don't know how old he was, but he was in like the seats was like butter.
Yes.
That color. And he was talking about, he was just talking about, and he wasn't even going into, it was the best show I've ever seen. He said, the way that my daughter reacted to Beyonce, he said, this is giving me like a core memory of this is who she is. This is what she looks like when she is like thoroughly fulfilled. Right. And he said, I've never seen her like that before. And he said, she told me all she had to do was be in the room. It'd make me emotional. He said, and she meant that. She wasn't just saying that. And he didn't even say where they were sitting. And he said, he started crying. As he was like, the way that Beyonce just made my daughter feel, I now have to love her for the rest of my life. He said, because I've never seen that. And I don't, like, it was all about how his daughter felt. Just being in the place. And he started crying. And I'm like, this is what people are trying to say to all the haters or to the devil people. Yeah. It's like, you clearly have never been. There is not, people leave these things so happy they could cry, you know? And this man just now had this core life experience with his daughter. And all he had to do was pull up and bring her in the building. He probably could have went off, sat in the bathroom like mommy did that time. She took me to see Immature. His daughter he said,
she said, I'm not leaving my baby.
Yeah. But he said, I've never seen her. It wasn't even about Beyonce. He didn't say anything about Beyonce's performance. The whole time he was focused on his daughter. Now, P, I'm going to ask this question.
Okay.
Renaissance tour.
Don't do that.
Renaissance World.
Don't do that.
When I make you pick.
Don't do that.
I'm going to just ask the question. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask the question. Renaissance tour, world tour versus the Cowboy Carter tour. No. She's not listening. You can answer that question. I have an answer.
It's tough. What's your answer?
Yeah.
What's your answer?
Yeah. No, I want to hear you. Or not, you don't have to pick, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. It's tough. Both are amazing. I would say overall, Renaissance. Because I love, but the beauty in both of them, but the beauty in this one is the reclaiming of our time.
Yes.
The history of everything. We're getting the theme. We're getting it all. We got it last time. Yeah. Renaissance.
1000%. I said Renaissance too. And so my friend was like, well, but you also got to think of, we were coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
The whole Renaissance album, it was really bringing some joy back that we really needed. And then we got the
Yes.
backstory. We got
We needed
Uncle
to
Johnny.
dance.
Like we had, and then this also moved her into that territory where we were not. And let me just this all comes from my friend Shaniqua, by the way. These are not my original thoughts because I said Renaissance, but I had words for it. But in our conversation, this is what she told me, and it was great. So I'm sharing with y'all. But this took her to the type of artist where you have to like dress on theme to go to the show. We were not doing this before. We were not doing this before Renaissance. On the run, we were dressing our best. We'd be cute, and we'd be in the stands vibing and dancing, right? And everything beforehand. Renaissance, when she was like, "Oh, you are the visuals, and we're doing silver." And people was like, "Say less." And let me go get me some. And people was wearing silver cowboy hats back then. Beyonce said we need to be on brand.
Yeah.
Let's be. But that's the first time. And not only is that her first time doing it, again, nobody else in this arena is doing that, right? If anything, that would be for those, I don't know, I think maybe the rock crowds do it, and they'll paint their face or whatever goes with band or whatever. R&B, pop girlies, black artists aren't doing it like that. It's not even that aren't doing it. They didn't outright say, do this. And Beyonce was like, do this. And we're like, yes, ma'am. Okay, let me put on this silver
and
bikini
got
top.
a whole industry. So it was the hats and the fans.
Yes.
Now the Where the Fans At, Boots on the Ground song became popular. It just made this whole movement the last 2.5 years.
Yes.
And who knows? They say it's rock. Somehow she's going to incorporate all these other 2 acts in this next thing. Just how she did with this concert. She incorporated Renaissance within Cowboy Carter.
So those are, and so you going right into my thoughts, P, because that's why it was Renaissance for me. Like I left that concert like I was high on life. People were singing on the train home, and people usually like joy. It was just joy. Yes. Now, leaving this one, we was pumped. But it was for me, Shaun in particular, the feeling when I left Renaissance. But again, that was our first go round of Beyonce at this level doing those things, and we dressed up like it was all the things combined. And so that might be it too. But that's why it was Renaissance for me. Now, that being said, like you just said, she incorporated Act 1 and Act 2 into this. So Act 3 tour is going to include pieces of Act 1 and Act 2. Mm-hmm. Cowboy Carter is songs on Cowboy Carter that she performed in the tour. And I said, oh, this is a stadium tour album. Opening a tour with American Requiem.
I didn't get it. I didn't see the vision. When I first heard the album, I was like, how's she going to do this in a stadium?
And first of all, opening the album with American Requiem was awesome, right? But when she opened the tour with it, and let's put to the side all the double and triple entendres and all the history. When they started strumming, and it also, shout out to John Baptiste, because I love him. And he's the guy on, not the guy, but he's behind American Requiem. That was like his contribution to Beyonce for this album. Mm.
Wow.
When she came on that, when American Requiem started the show, and that's when I said, oh, this is some rock level shit. And I said, oh, I get it. Like, this is Rolling Stones, the Beatles type shit. That song, American Requiem, in a stadium.
It was
and
crazy.
Then put on top of it how she staged it and what she wore. And I said, oh. And so to me, I'm like, now we ain't to Act 3 yet.
No.
But the Renaissance tour, okay, with some features from the Cowboy Carter tour, to me is like opening. I don't know what's gonna be on Act 3, but I'm just saying, if she come back Act 3 and open with American Requiem again, I will not be upset. That song in a stadium with the way she staged it was like mind blowing. And that's when I immediately was like, oh, okay, Beyonce is Michael Jackson. She's Michael Jackson of our era. Like this, which I felt that way already. But to see her transition into this artist that does these things,
yeah.
P, I can't. Yeah. When she, P, I'm gonna tell you something else. When she I'm so sorry. But when she came in front of, because she had stages at the back, but then she also had little lighting. They weren't stages, but she had these little lighted up signs, and she would go perform in front of them. So she had one that said it was a saloon, right? And then they turned the lights on one, and it was the damn hair dryers. I said, if she get to these goddamn hair dryers and sit down, and if she do bills, I'm going to fucking lose it. And she did it, P.
Lose it.
I said, are those hair dryers on the stage? But they weren't even hair dryers, indeed. Y'all. They were lit up. It was just lights in the... I'm just trying to tell y'all.
In the shape
y'all
of
ain't never seen
the hair dryer.
And then her and the dancer sat down, they crossed their legs, just like the video. I said, God, she finna do Bill. Yeah. It took me back. It took me back, babe. Took me back.
And the lighting on the stage, the lighting on the wrist. Now, we were supposed to have those at Renaissance. You know, they gave it to LA at the end.
Okay.
What I read, you know, Taylor was also on tour at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Taylor
during Renaissance, and she took it was like the company didn't make enough, because I don't know if you noticed, they asked for the light part. They say you can keep your band, but give us back the little light part. Nobody did.
I walked past that lady like, you got to be shitting me. I'm keeping my light up Beyonce band. Now, it ain't even gonna light up at home, but
it's not gonna light up because it's programmed. It's programmed for the show. So it's just a plastic thing. But from what I understand later on, because I was like, now wait a minute, we should that company, because Missy had it. It's a thing now.
Okay.
But yeah, that helped just bring everything.
So cool. It was so cool the way
I know
lit
she's
up.
recording. Can't wait to see it. And to think, let me tell you how perfect things are in timing, in God's timing and design. This was supposed to become first.
Yep.
Renaissance was supposed to be second. You could not have timed it any better.
Yeah,
with what we're going through.
Yep.
Freedom
with her winning the
so
album of the year.
Hard. Winning album of the year.
It did hit hard.
Her having the people talking shit about her, and she's like, oh, album of the year. Bloop.
Yes.
When she went from American Requiem, singing the Star Spangled Banner, and stops and goes into Freedom. When I tell you, everybody was pumping their fists, Black Power fists.
But then she went into Why Don't You Love Me? And I said, oh. It's so on point. Now I will say, they do say that she be dropping breadcrumbs in the act for what's to come next, right? And so I'ma just say that stage was it was a guitar, and it wasn't a country guitar either. It was a rock guitar. Like the design of the stage, it was the body of the guitar was like a star almost. It was a rock guitar. It was the guitars that they use. So yeah. Now I have heard some people thinking that she's gonna do Southern hip hop.
She might right, mix it all in there.
And I said, okay.
Blues,
I'm always wrong, so I'm just not even gonna
jazz,
try to.
rock,
But yeah, they do think
all
it's
of
gonna be
it.
rock. I'm for it because that's actually one of my favorite albums of hers. Is it Four? Which is it called? Whatever one where she's kind of like a black and white, and she goes, and I care.
Oh
I
yeah,
know you
4.
don't care too much, but I
And
still
I
care.
love Don't
La,
Hurt
la,
Yourself.
la, la, la. Oh, I love that album, so I'm going to love any kind of Beyonce rock. But let me just say this, P. I got a couple uglies. Not uglies, bad.
Hit us. Ooh,
P,
what you feeling like?
I genuinely, P, have an attitude
Okay.
about Jay-Z showing up on
Oh
Sunday and
yeah.
Monday.
Oh yeah.
Now let me
Yeah.
say this. I was one of them people who, when she was over in Paris on Juneteenth or whatever day that was, and he came out and Miley Cyrus was outside and all that, and people was talking about, I want a refund, and I said, let the lady live. She likes
They love
Paris. Then we get,
Paris.
because I'm like, but I said that because I'm in Atlanta and I know Atlanta gonna get the good shit.
And we did.
Night one and two.
We got the gold horse. That was a surprise.
That's because
we were missing
the car broke.
16 carriages.
That's because the car broke.
I know.
Though.
But she was able. That's 1, 2, 3 shows. Didn't get that. Second show in Houston and then the 2 in DC. And
so sorry.
That was a big reveal.
I do not
but was I pissed off? Absolutely.
I don't like it, P, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we got 4 shows, but I got my pre-sale tickets. I got my tickets like during the first pre-sale.
Exactly.
A couple of them shows wasn't even there. They got added on later. So the people, when I got my ticket, Friday was the first show. I'm thinking, I'm first show of Atlanta. I'm gonna get something special. Then I'm like, hey, it's Friday in Atlanta. There's not a Saturday. There was no show on Saturday. It was Thursday. It ended up being Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. It's Friday night.
7-Eleven.
Why would Jay-Z come out on a Sunday
that you didn't play
and not Friday? I don't understand why you wouldn't give the Friday night crowd in Atlanta. I don't care who it is. It don't got to be Jay-Z, but we ain't getting nobody for Thursday and Friday. And then Sunday and Monday both get extra who happens to be Jay-Z. But like, what is that? Why would you, why? Listen. I don't want to be mad at Beyonce. I don't. But as a Beyonce concert goer, I do have questions as to why the Friday night Atlanta show, which was originally the first show, would not get nothing. And you send this man, and so when he came out on Sunday, I knew he was gonna come out on Monday because it would have been a riot if, like, we know he here, okay? He gonna come out Sunday, he not gonna come out Monday, and then Monday's the last show. So I figured the last show would get something in Atlanta, and then I'm not understanding that, P, and I just feel like you doing basically a mini residency in every city, which I thought was a great idea. So you gonna tell people, it's like you got people out here. There are people who are traveling from show to show, whatever, all this money we spend, and you telling them, hey, some of y'all gonna get something extra, and some of y'all not. I don't like that. I don't care if it ain't Jay-Z, because somebody better pop out on a Thursday and a Friday. It doesn't make any sense to me how you're saying it's gonna be 4 shows in each city, but only a couple shows is going to get, and then we don't know what show it is. So some people are going to leave feeling gypped.
Now, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The reason why I changed my concert location, now you see how Florida feels. She will come to either Tampa, Orlando, or Miami. Miami might get somebody. But for the most part, Atlanta, New York, LA, Chicago, all those big cities would get some of everybody.
Yeah.
Whenever they were on tour, all the time. So I'm kind of used to it, but I was pissed off. I'm grateful I got to see her.
It's a little different
out.
though.
I was happy.
You travel all the way to Atlanta. You travel all the way to Atlanta to end up on the wrong night. Like that's the only thing that's different to me. Is like you're gonna do because when we got our tickets, we were night one.
It was the night.
Now
it was the first
then
night.
Added extra nights, and it's. But so that's my only I am actually very irritated about it because also Jay-Z is my GOAT rapper. Same. Now I am very aware, and I do agree that if Biggie and Tupac had not been killed, that maybe he wouldn't be my GOAT rapper. He's my GOAT rapper alive. Greatest rapper alive to me. And you're telling me, okay, that I just happened to get a ticket to the wrong show. I don't think that's fair. If you're going to have a mini residency in every city, then if he gonna pop out, I think you at least need somebody else to pop out. Can I get Kelly? Where's Michelle? Is Solange here? Like, please. Somebody, you guys. Okay?
Yeah.
Somebody. Megan, where is Megan? Like, I need somebody to pop out because what you telling us. So now we could go. If she do this mini residency again, you might end up with the wrong night. Because what they're getting, they got the same show plus some. And that's the part that I don't think is fair. I think y'all, I'm so sorry, Beyonce. I love you down, girl. I think we need to rejudge this for next time. If we're going to, because people are going to feel gypped in a way because the only thing we did was show up on, you know what I mean? On the wrong night. That's crazy to me. In the same city, in the same building.
It was
first
wild.
Night.
And he did on a Friday. 2 songs Monday. He did.
Yeah.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. And then I Just Want to Love You. We left. We flew out. Our, of course, delayed Atlanta flights. Okay. I'd gotten home, unpacked. I was taking a shower. I was getting out of the shower, getting myself ready for bed. And I look at my phone and people are texting me and they're like, yo, Jay-Z's on stage. You are lying to me. I was just there.
It's fucked up, man.
I was just there. What do you mean? But that's all right. I said, you know what? Got to see her. Am I annoyed, irritated? A little bit. But got to see her. That's what I asked for. It was an amazing show. But I do feel away. And so a lot of things, because like I said, so 3 shows did not get 16 Carriages, which was a huge song for some people. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of mishaps. And apparently they broke the horse last night when they were taking her off, like a piece of his leg.
Wow.
So, I know
hopefully
she
they got
is
time before Vegas. Vegas the last
they do.
city, right?
They got to adjust next. So it's next Friday, the 25th and 26th are the last 2 shows.
They got time. Good.
In Vegas, they got to adjust to being on the West Coast and get over there and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah, we have some things to work on for the next one, Giselle, because, girl.
I'm not trying to be a hater, B. I just think
it's messed up.
Just listen to us just for it's not that we feel like you owe us something.
Right.
It's
She's
not
like,
that.
well,
that's not like, I don't care who popped out, but if you're gonna let somebody pop out, because like we don't have a control over what show we can get. We honestly don't have control over what show we can get the tickets to because of you sell out in 10 minutes or less. We don't have control over none of this shit. So okay, but
I guess she's like, well, it's a Sunday and a Monday. Let me make it special.
You see my face? Like, I'm glad Beyonce can't see my face, but and the last thing is, of course, we had to be the city where somebody stole her shit.
Yeah.
Now here's what I do want to say. I'm so sorry. This is Atlanta. What the fudge are you riding around Atlanta in a nice ass car with your luggage in the back seat, you fool? Like, I'm not understanding. They talking about, y'all over at Krog Street talking about it was like 6 o'clock. It was like 8 o'clock or something for an hour. What is you doing over there for an hour with your luggage in the back seat?
They went to go get something to eat.
Put your luggage away. This is Atlanta, you idiot.
Drop off your stuff.
Then you got Beyonce shit in
Yeah.
your
Go drop
luggage
your
and it's
stuff
on
off.
the back seat. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? It ain't they fault, but it kind of is. And I'm just like, that was irresponsible to me. This is Atlanta. When you start driving, they teach you, hey, ain't gonna be no bags left out on the seat. No luggage left out on the seat. If you got something, it need to be in your trunk. And guess what? You need to put it in your trunk at the house. Don't pull up in no parking lot and pop open your trunk and go rummaging through trying to get some shit and close the door. Somebody's going to be right behind you coming up in your trunk because they seen you got shit in your trunk. Like, what is wrong with you? And then you know you got Beyonce shit in your luggage. Dumb. I'm sorry. Dumb.
And people know who he is.
See, nobody, they didn't know who he was. They didn't. That's the other, that it happens all day long, every day in Atlanta. That's why I'm like, they didn't know who stuff they got. Most likely they saw them rummaging through the back or whatever. They got out the car and left, and they broke the window, pulled out the luggage and all that. And it just so happened to be this Beyonce choreographer, and they got the thumb drives and stuff. I'm sure they didn't even know whose stuff they had, to the news was like, we looking for them thumb drives. So thank God they were encrypted with the password. But they didn't know who it happens all day long in Atlanta every day. Like, it's,
and I give it to them. That news came out. It happened like 2 days before the first show.
Yeah,
I was
surprised.
It was like nothing happened.
I was surprised when we heard it. I'm thinking it was like that day. They was like, no, it happened on the 8th.
Yeah.
But they got the guy's fingerprints. They got video of him. They got a warrant out for his arrest. You hit the wrong car, buddy. You hit the wrong car. But I'm fully, they didn't know who, and that's the other thing, because I know you was like, well, the hackers can get into it easy, but I'm like, they wouldn't even know they would have needed they might have thrown that shit to the side and got all the designer stuff out the luggage. What is this? Yeah, cause I've had my stuff stolen in the city before. They grab your wallet and they will literally throw your purse in the trash can and keep moving. They're not even gonna take the time to figure. So if it's some thumb drive shit, they probably, and it probably was like, I was gonna say a kid, but not really. Maybe like late teens, early 20s or whatever. I saw the news reported on it that they got a news out his arrest or whatever, but I didn't see his face or anything, so I don't know who it was or what age or whatever. But I'm quite sure they saw the opportunity and they took it, and it just so happened that it was Beyonce. So now you really going down where they would normally might not be able to find you. Yeah, they said, oh no, we need somebody to answer for these crimes against Beyonce. But that was dumb of them. It was. I'll be honest.
And for you to be a choreographer and know you have precious cargo, and for those people who don't, they're like, why does he have her music? He's the choreographer. He has to listen to the music. He has to feel it. He has to make the beats. He has to make the movement to the mixes. So of course he would actually have these things to have a vision in his head to present to her. Hey, this is what I came up with. Let's practice it for the next show.
And yeah, because people's like, was unreleased, and how, and I'm like, if it's one thing Beyonce do is to surprise y'all asses. And the first thing when I saw it, I said, oh, she working on something. She working on Act 3. That's that unreleased music. He's got the choreograph to Act 3, people. The only way that she gets this stuff out, she be doing shit at the same time. So just like when she released Lemonade or when she released Beyonce, that was the first time anybody released and we didn't know. She filmed the whole, every song on Beyonce had a video when Beyonce came out. They're working. That's why he got unreleased music. He's working on the next thing while they're right now on tour. That's how they do it. So he would have it. But if you got a freaking thumb drive with unreleased Beyonce music and you want it to ride around with you, it need to be in your purse. It need to be in your pocket. If you're going somewhere, it needs to be going with you, or it needs to be locked up at the hotel so y'all can at least blame the hotel when it happens. If it got stolen out your luggage in the back seat of your car in Atlanta, that is on you, my guy. You don't have your stuff out in there. I'm so sorry, but it is partly on him. Now, I don't think he should lose his job or anything, but nah, that's partly on you.
That's a big mistake.
Sir. Like, you got to act like you got Beyonce cargo. and not choreographer cargo on you.
Yes.
Crazy.
Before we end, I'd
Yes.
like to also say, so I was doing double duty. My sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated was having our 57th National Convention in Washington, D.C. during the same time that I was in Atlanta. Thank you to Delta for allowing virtual registrations. So I was able to do the work of Delta during the day and party with Beyonce at
Nice,
night.
P. Okay.
What's interesting and fantastic, 2 people that we've spoken about on this podcast are now my honorary sorors.
I know one of them. Oh, we did talk about. Yes, we have. Yes,
you
we have.
just asked me who I would want at a dinner party, and who did I say? Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah became an honorary member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
So cool. Yeah.
Fawn Weaver.
Crazy,
who
but
we've
also
spoken about.
Genius. Like that. As soon as I said
Genius.
Yes, that makes so much sense.
Fawn.
Love
Donna
her.
Brazil.
Love Donna.
Danielle Brooks.
I love Danielle. Danielle's
tasty. So
from the
Miss
Color
Sophia
Purple
and the Color Purple.
Yeah, and what's Orange and New Black?
Awesome. Yep. Yes. Jackie Joyner Kersey. The track legend.
Yes.
The Jackie.
Oh, I didn't know about Jackie.
Swin Cash, which is a WNBA player.
Okay.
She's amazing.
Go ahead, lady.
Tony Towns Whitley, who is a tech exec.
Okay.
And she's like the big time tech.
Oh.
And
that sounds like big money.
Janice Bryant Howroyd. She's also the founder of Act One Group, which is a $1 billion industry corporation. Yeah, $1 billion staffing firm is who she is. But Queen,
she looks so happy when I seen her.
She looked so happy and she was so proud.
Aww.
Throwing it up. And I believe her mother was a Delta.
Was she?
Her mother was a Delta, and her mother's name was Rita.
Her mom's name was Rita Owens.
Yes.
And Rita Gale.
Loved Dana Owens from forever. So when she popped up, oh my God. I said, we just talked about her. So congratulations and welcome to the sisterhood, to my new sorors. We did it.
Good job, ladies. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. And it warmed my heart. It made everything. Just being able to be involved, do the work of Delta, and still be able to appreciate and celebrate with Beyonce and my cousin.
That's a good weekend.
And I got to meet my little baby, my baby niece, Pooh.
Yeah,
she's a sweetie.
You got a new niece.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
Little self, little scrunchy. But yes, it was fantastic. It was a wonderful weekend. Atlanta is always a good time. It was a busy weekend, as usual. It's always something to do in Atlanta. So until the next
and you'll be back
tour, I'll be back.
But you'll be back in a couple weeks.
I plan to come to Woman Evolve. Sarah Jakes Roberts. Yes.
Love Sarah Jakes Roberts.
Thank you, Jesus.
Love her. And she just put up something, one of her videos talking about, because TD Jakes officially, handed the church over to her, but she was putting up all her old pictures of her, like, with the baby, right? Because we all know she was a teenage mom and all these things, even though her dad was like this huge pastor. And so the church kind of was like against her for a second, but, all these things. And she was like, God knew back then that this was what was in store for me. And she started showing all her old pictures. And so, of course, I got emotional because, woo, child. Yeah. So I know you're going to have a good time there. Yes, we love a testimony. That's what we all about, actually.
God
around
is
these
good.
parts. All the time. Oh, P. 30 episodes.
We did it.
Season finale, season 1 in the books.
Season 1. And come back to us if you want to see what I wore to the concert. Instagram, better3701.
Oh, and I posted them. I posted your pics on our Instagram too, P. On the podcast Instagram.
Awesome.
Look, I never told you. But I put you up there. Okay. And I put my little video up there too. So we said we was going, we was there, y'all. You can find me.
We were there. We did it.
On Instagram at Hey Shaun the Head. And you can also check out the podcast on Instagram at the Everything Has Changed podcast. We are now officially headed off onto summer break. We'll still be outside. You'll still see us around on the internet streets, and we'll be back in the fall with some new.
Bigger and better.
Thank y'all so much. Bye.
Want to stay locked in with us so you never miss an episode? Visit everythinghaschangedpodcast.com and join our email list. That way you'll be the first to know about new episodes and all the fun stuff we have coming your way. Meet us over there.